The type has a strong influence on personality. There are many mysteries about the correlation between the two. That's why it is so difficult to tell if someone is INFJ or not. To make a more reliable judgment, it is necessary to dig into the person's character in detail. This video will discuss the 28 most important factors that disclose the characteristics of the INFJ type. First, intuitive thinking. There are several factors that determine whether or not an INFJ can be a Sigma. The first and most important factor is whether or not the INFJ is able to use intuition effectively. If the INFJ is able to use intuition effectively, then they are likely to be a Sigma. Second, strong emotional response. The INFJ personality type is known for its strong emotional response. This can make it INFJs difficult to work with some instances, as their emotional responses can often override other logical thinking processes. However, this emotional strength also makes INFJs some of the most compassionate and caring people around. Third, artistic talent. There are many possible reasons why an INFJ might have artistic talent. Some people with INFJ personalities may be more creative and imaginative than others and might be better at seeing things from a unique perspective. Additionally, INFJs often have strong intuition and sensing abilities, which could lead to skills in the arts related to creativity and problem solving. Ultimately, though, it would appear that artistic talent is only one of many factors that contribute to an INFJ's ability to be a Sigma. Fourth, high intelligence. There are many things that can influence the likelihood of an individual being a Sigma. These include cognitive abilities, personality traits, and even genetics. However, it is important to note that not all Sigmas are high-intelligence individuals. There are several factors that determine whether or not someone is high intelligence, but some of the most important ones include IQ, working memory capacity, and processing speed. Fifth, strong moral values. INFJs are often seen as the most moral of all personality types. This is likely due to their strong sense of justice and responsibility. Additionally, INFJs are often very intuitive and have a deep understanding of human emotions. This makes them highly sensitive to social injustices and potential abuses of power. Despite these strong moral values, INFJs can struggle when it comes to making decisions that go against their principles. They may feel like they're losing themselves in the moment and struggle to come back to reality. This can make them hesitant to take on risky or challenging tasks, especially if they feel like they might not be able to succeed. Overall, INFJs are highly compassionate individuals who put a lot of importance on morality and social justice. However, they may need some help to navigate the world successfully. 6. Excellent communication skills. There are many things that determine whether an INFJ can be a Sigma. Excellent communication skills are definitely one of the most important factors. INFJs are usually highly intuitive, and because intuition is based in the inner world, it can be difficult for them to communicate their thoughts clearly. They may have a lot to say, but it may not always come out in the best way if they don't have good communication skills. Another important factor is empathy. INFJs are often very compassionate people, and they need to be able to empathize with others in order to understand them. If they can't do this well, it will be difficult for them to build relationships or work with others effectively. Finally, INFJs need to be able to trust themselves and their intuition. If they aren't able to trust themselves, they may not be able to take risks or make decisions that are important to them. All of these factors together make it very difficult for an INFJ to be a Sigma. However, there are certainly some INFJs who can manage to become Sigma 5s. 7th, strong leadership skills. INFJs are often seen as leaders because of their strong leadership skills. They are able to inspire others and create teams that work together harmoniously. They are also good at problem solving and can come up with creative ideas. 8th, resilience in the face of adversity. INFJs are usually very resilient people. They have a strong ability to bounce back from difficult situations and keep going. This is partly due to their intuition, which gives them a deep understanding of people and their motivations. They also have a strong sense of morality, which helps them resist temptation and stay true to their values. Overall, INFJs are very able to cope with difficult circumstances and maintain their composure. 9th, incredible organizational skills. INFJs are known for their incredible organizational skills. This is because INFJs have a deep understanding of how people work and interact with each other. This makes them excellent leaders and managers. Additionally, INFJs are very patient and detail-oriented, which helps them to efficiently manage complicated tasks. 10th, exceptional problem-solving abilities. 1. INFJs are known for their exceptional problem-solving abilities. They are usually able to come up with creative solutions to difficult challenges and are often able to see the big picture and see the potential consequences of various choices. 2. One of the key things that make INFJs so good at solving problems is their ability to take a step back and look at the situation from all angles. They are rarely content with just one solution and are often willing to try different approaches until they find one that works best. 11th, high level of self-awareness. INFJs are often seen as highly self-aware individuals. They have a deep understanding of their own personalities and motives and are often able to see the big picture more clearly than others. This high level of self-awareness can make INFJs good at problem-solving and navigating through life's challenges. 12th, natural charisma and interpersonal skills. INFJs possess natural charisma and interpersonal skills. They are often seen as leaders and influencers because of their ability to connect with people on a personal level. They are also skilled at reading people and can see through masks and social cues. This makes them excellent communicators who are able to get their point across without sounding pushy or condescending. Additionally, INFJs are often seen as empaths, which allows them to connect with others on an emotional level. This makes them particularly good at building relationships and understanding people's needs. Overall, these 28 factors determine whether INFJs can be Sigma types. 13th, sense of identity and purpose. INFJs are highly individualistic and have a strong sense of identity. They often focus on their own needs and what makes them happy, which can sometimes lead to them feeling lost or unfulfilled. INFJs often feel a strong sense of purpose, which is derived from the belief that they can make a difference in the world. This purpose may be personal or it may be related to their idealistic vision of the world. Together, these factors contribute to an INFJ's Sigma personality type. 14th, highly sensitive and reactive to their environment. INFJs are highly sensitive and reactive to their environment. This means that they are easily overwhelmed and feel a great deal of stress when faced with new or overwhelming situations. They may also be more likely to feel isolated and alone than others because they need time and space to process information. Because of this, INFJs may find it difficult to develop close relationships due to their tendency to be private and low to trust others. 15th, tendency toward taking on too much responsibility or becoming overwhelmed by tasks. INFJs are often drawn to taking on too much responsibility or becoming overwhelmed by tasks. This tendency may stem from an INFJ's sense of duty or responsibility, as well as their natural inclination towards taking care of others. Additionally, INFJs may be overwhelmed if they do not have a clear understanding or plan for what they are doing. 16th, highly intuitive and predisposed to seeing patterns and connections that others may not see. INFJs are highly intuitive and predisposed to seeing patterns and connections that others may not see. They are often able to see the big picture and understand complex systems. This makes them very good at problem solving and figuring out solutions that no one else has thought of. However, this also makes INFJs vulnerable to feelings of being overwhelmed or lost in the unknown. They need time to process information and can sometimes be slow to make decisions. Because of this, they can struggle in environments where things move quickly or where there is a lot of change going on. All things considered, INFJs are a very valuable type of person who can help others see the world in a new way. However, they need to be careful not to get overwhelmed by the complexity of the world or the responsibilities that come with being an INFJ. 17th, tendency to become emotionally attached to people, ideas, or causes. INFJs are often drawn to people, ideas, and causes that they feel have a lot of potentials. They may become emotionally attached to these things, which can make them vulnerable to getting hurt if the relationships or ideas don't work out. INFJs also have a lot of intellectual curiosity, which may lead them to explore things deeply even if they don't ultimately care for them. 18th, tendency to be influenced by their intuition more than logic. INFJs are often seen as the intuitive type, meaning that they rely more on their intuition than logic when making decisions. This tendency may be due to two factors: the INFJ's dominant function, intuition, and their auxiliary function, sensing. Intuition is strongly linked with emotions and can be difficult for INFJs to process logically. Additionally, because sensing is based on the physical world, it can be less reliable for INFJs when it comes to predicting future events. Taken together, these factors may lead INFJs to rely more on their intuition when making decisions. 19th, highly sensitive and reactive to their environment. INFJs are highly sensitive and reactive to their environment. They have a deep understanding of people and the emotions they feel. This makes them excellent listeners, which is especially beneficial in relationships. They also have a strong intuition, which can help them understand people and situations quickly. However, because INFJs are so reactive to their environment, it can be difficult for them to stay calm and relaxed under pressure. 20th, tendency towards deep thinking and abstraction. INFJs generally have a strong tendency towards deep thinking and abstraction. This is because INFJs are highly intuitive and analytical individuals who see the world in a complex and profound way. Because of this, INFJs tend to be drawn to topics that involve deep thought and analysis. This can include things such as philosophy, theology, science, and psychology. 21st, tendency towards inner peace and focus. INFJs are often seen as the most peaceful and focused members of the personality type. This is likely due to their ability to cultivate inner peace and focus. In fact, according to the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, INFJs are among the least likely individuals to become agitated or upset over small matters. This innate sense of calm and composure can be a major asset when it comes to managing stress and maintaining balance in both personal and professional life. 22nd, highly creative and innovative in their thinking. There are a few key personality traits that typically describe people who are highly creative and innovative in their thinking. First, these individuals are often very independent and self-motivated. They see things in a unique way and don't follow the traditional paths that others might take. They often have a strong sense of intuition which helps them to come up with new ideas and solutions quickly. Additionally, highly creative individuals tend to be very compassionate and empathetic. They understand the emotions of others well and can easily build relationships with them based on this understanding. Finally, they are often very sensitive to environmental factors which can impact their ability to think creatively. All of these factors together make highly creative individuals extremely capable of original thinking and problem solving. 23rd, high level of empathy for others. INFJs are often considered to be high in empathy because they are so aware and sensitive to the feelings and needs of others. This makes them great friends, allies, and teammates, but it can also make INFJs susceptible to feeling overwhelmed or taken advantage of. It's important for INFJs to pay attention to their own emotions and reactions so that they can manage their interactions better. 24th, high level of conscience and sense of social responsibility. INFJs are known for their high level of conscience and sense of social responsibility. They are often drawn to fields such as medicine, law, social work, or counseling because they see themselves as helping others. This makes them good candidates for careers in which they can use their intuition and understanding to help others. It is also why INFJs are often excellent leaders. They have a deep respect for other people and are motivated by the desire to make the world a better place. 25th, tendency to see the good in people and things. INFJs are often seen as gentle and caring individuals. They have a tendency to see the good in people and things, even when others may not. This can make them very compassionate and helpful, especially to those who they feel deserve it. Additionally, INFJs are often insightful and perceptive, which allows them to see the underlying truths in situations. This makes them excellent counselors and advisors. 26. Highly spiritual and intuitive. Some people say that INFJs are highly spiritual and intuitive, while others argue that this is not always the case. Ultimately, it depends on a person's definition of these terms. Generally speaking, people who say that INFJs are highly spiritual believe that INFJs are unusually in touch with their inner selves and have a deep understanding of what it means to be human. They may also see INFJs as being more in tune with the spiritual world than others. Those who believe that INFJs are not always intuitive often point to the fact that INFJs can be quite analytical and critical. They may also find it difficult to trust their gut instincts. Intuitives, on the other hand, believe that intuition is a powerful tool which can help us understand our surroundings and ourselves better. They may see INFJs as having a strong intuition due to their ability to see the big picture. 27th, strong belief in the power of imagination and creativity. INFJs are often seen as the most creative people, due to their strong belief in the power of imagination and creativity. This belief is part of what makes INFJs so unique and special, and it has a lot to do with their introverted intuition, (NI). INFJs are natural problem solvers, which comes from their ability to imaginatively explore different possibilities. This skill allows them to see problems from many angles, and then come up with creative solutions that no one else would have thought of. Because of this creativity, INFJs can often see things that other people miss or don't appreciate. They may be able to see potential in products or ideas that others don't see at all. This can make them very valuable allies, as they can help you see solutions that others might not have thought of. 28th, exceptional leadership abilities. INFJs are natural leaders. They are not only good at understanding people, but they also have the ability to motivate and inspire others. They have a deep intuition about people and how they think, making them excellent judges of character. This makes them excellent leaders who can see things from many perspectives and find solutions to problems that others may not see. Additionally, INFJs are highly adaptable and able to change as the situation demands, which makes them great leaders in a fast-paced environment.